Okay, love bugs, it's spring and it's gonna be summer, then it's gonna be fall, and we're gonna go back into that daylight savings depression. I don't know what it is, but I always feel like I am having better luck, a better time, better days, longer days when spring hits, because it's just like as soon as daylight savings is over, I get my life back. Just as simple and easy as the turn of the clock. Today I've teamed up with Unice. They sent me over this beautiful 12-inch bob. I love her. Very simple, quick, easy install. A flawless 7x5 by knots lace hairline or lace wig, and she gives all of the vibes. Now, we always think of a bob as just something that is for a specific person, but in my opinion, this is for all ages, all seasons, all times. Going to the beach, going on vacation, going on a cruise, Christmas vacation, holiday photos, the Christmas party. You are always going to look more clean and more put together when you throw on a bob. Even in your 20s, even in your teens, I just love a bob look, if you can tell. So today I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a simple, quick, and easy install. It's going to be glueless. We are going to use a melting spray just to melt it down, but no glue. And then we're going to go ahead and bring it home with a little bit of micro baby hair. If you've never watched my channel, the micro baby hair is just simply where we just do little sparse pieces along the hairline just to break it up, give the illusion that the hairline is even more pre-plucked and customized, and also just to camouflage that lace even when it is getting old and lifted and all of the things. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the tutorial. I think I almost forgot to mention this is a drawstring wig, so you'll see a quick demo on how to make your wig super snatched with that new technology. And yeah, maybe I'll also throw in an extra style somewhere in the video as well for you guys, so you guys can see a way to switch it up and style your bobs. But without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, love bugs, today we're teaming up with Unice. You guys already know that. You've seen it in the intro and you already know we're going bob, but this is the packaging in case somehow, somewhere you missed it. Here is our wig, and then inside the packaging we do also have some goodies. For starters, we do have a pack of HD wig caps, and these are exclusive to Unice, so you can only find these on the Unice website. You also have your baby hair brush, and on one side you do have a rat tail. Then on the opposite side you do have a comb and a brush, and it also includes an extra brush head, so that once this brush gets a little wonky and, you know, funky, you have an extra one to go ahead and switch it out. Then you also have the Unice milk belt. Now these are the newer ones. These are nice and thin, which is great because it concentrates all of that pressure, or, you know, that magic right where it needs to be on the hairline and on the lace. Next up, this is our packaging. So you guys can see, or you can kind of tell it's a bob because it's kind of small. This one here is a 7x5 by knots lace wig in the length 12 inches. Let's open her up. I haven't had a chance to see her yet. Inside they did include inside they did include some of the wig tape, and you guys know this is great for adding to your wig as a agent to bond it down. If you like to bond yours down and kind of just like have it on, you know, for however long, especially when you're traveling or going to be away from home, that is a great option. Now here is the wig, and we are peeling back all of the packaging. Okay. So I can see the body, the movement, the bounce. Get a load of that beautiful texture, super soft. We flip it around and we can see we're going bust down middle part. I believe it's a really nice pre-plucked, pre-everything hairline. You move this and you'll be able to see. This is a closure wig, as we said, and you do get that pre-cut lace, pre-bleached knots, and pre-plucked hairline. Nice scallop to that hairline, so it'll give super flawless and camouflage. Here is a look at the inside construction of the cap. I think it's important to be able to see what the inside of your wig is going to look like before you purchase. Closure is going to fit really far over on each side, so that way it's going to give a frontal effect, but with the convenience of a glueless closure wig. When you flip it to the nape, we are going for the super viral drawstring. Here you can see you have the drawstring at the nape. You also have a little extra layer of protection with the adjustable strap as well as the comb. And then in the center you do get an adjustable and removable elastic band. So let's go ahead as usual and go ahead and adjust the band and the straps, and let's go ahead and put her on. So this is what she looks like on off bat. I love the way she feels. A snug wig is always a good sign. Here is a look at the hairline, and you can just tell looking at her visually that this one definitely fits like a glove. You can already see that all you need is a little lace tint and she's gonna fit glueless. We will add a little bit of melting spray because I do find that every time I don't add the melting spray, when you look at pictures, it is not like one with the skin the way it would be. This one will be nice with a little bit of like a feather bang in the front for a quick switch up, or you can do it straight down. Here you can see the length. Super fine. Then of course we went bust down middle part, but this one does have enough parting space that if you wanted to switch her over to a side part, you definitely could, and she would be, look at that, very beautiful, very demure, very sleek. You can even like do fun things, like today we did two pigtails, then the next week we can do a half up half down, then we can do like a no parting like flip over. Just have fun with your wigs and do whatever your heart desires. Here I am looking down because I'm going to go ahead and fire up the electric hot comb. I'm also going to fire up the flat iron just to make sure we can smooth this one out, and I don't think we're going to use a curling iron today or any other hot tool. Okay, so this is what she looks like from the back. You can see already that it's not necessarily fitting snug around the back because we haven't went ahead and used the key feature. Here is the drawstring, and all you gotta do is gently tug. I mean, it looks like I'm aggressive, but this is nice and gentle. You grab that stopper and pull it all the way as tight as you would like it. Kind of feel around to see if it's how you want it, and if it is, you can just take and lift and tuck that drawstring back in and you're good to go. And for the most part, this is what the wig looks like from the back, straight out of the box. Now let's get started with the look and the vibe. So I'm thinking these are the two items we're going to be using today, and I'm going to see how this is going to work out. So I'm just going to gently or lightly pull it back, layer on a nice good amount, sit the lace on top and work it in. If there's a lot on the excess, feel free. Next up, I think I want to do something that we haven't done in a while, which is like the micro baby hair. We haven't even really combed this one, really. Look at that. So I got these. I've been into the gold, all gold everything. So I've already showed you guys the hairline really quickly, but I do kind of want to break it up a little bit and just give the illusion that it is like it's already pre-plucked, but we want to give a super Instagram baddie type of hairline. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and decide how we want to do the hairline, and I'm just going to zigzag through a little bit. And initially that was too much hair, so I did take and pull some back, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but that just gently opened up the hairline a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of edge control. I think I grabbed a little too much, but I'm just going to dab it on that. And since I have some extra, let's do the opposite side. Now I have a little bit of edge control on the edge of this baby hair brush just to make sure we have enough. We're going to use the comb side just to kind of like swoop the hairs, and if we find that we have too many hairs or the hairs are too thick, we will just send them back. Okay, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. I can take it away or keep it or let it cook. I just like to do a little something. It's like the little subtle detail, and right now it may not look like much, but if you let it cook, I think it's gonna look fire. But again, if it doesn't, we will adjust. But for now, let's go ahead and just add the milk belt. I did use the baby hair brush from Unice, and I'm also gonna use the milk belt provided. now from here we can go ahead and work on the rest of the hairline. Now keep in mind I did go ahead and add the melt belt. I think it looks pretty snatched, but you'll see the difference. It's going to be subtle, but it's just going to be that key thing to bring it home once we take it off. While it does its thing, we're going to switch it up and do the dynamic duo, but we're going to do it with a little bit of mousse. Now the reason for this is because generally speaking, when it comes to the longevity of the hairstyle, also when it comes to a bob, I do feel like a bob tends to get a little bit more oily quicker, and adding that wax stick is definitely a key contribution, a key reason, a key factor, if you will. So an alternative, if you are like me and you like how it just looks really finished when you add the dynamic duo, so you still want to do that step, but you also want to make sure you're not washing it after a few days. We're gonna do this. Okay, so you guys already should know what I'm about to say. That definitely made a huge difference in my book. Subtle, but huge. It's not like a groundbreaking. It was already flat, but it gave it more of a finished look. But I do feel like, it'll be even more turned up with the wax. But that is literally all about preference. So now we're going to take the Tymo and just bump the ends. Okay, so we are almost done with the look, and look how much progress we've made. Now, again, this one was already amazing straight out of the box, so I'm saying so much progress, but also not much work was needed to begin with. So I think we turned it up a notch. We added our own little splash. We melted the lace to make sure that even when it comes to like the flashback of cameras, even when the hairline is actually glueless and it fits like a glove, I promise you, when you take HD photos, you can see that lace unless you really melt it with some type of melting agent, whether it's a glue or just an extra hold hairspray. That is why you will see, even if a wig fits glueless, I will go ahead and still melt it down to make sure that we are good to go. And then I kind of wanted to break up the hairline and give the illusion that it's even more plucked. You guys know I rarely pluck my hairline just because I don't feel the need to, and that's just my personal preference. But I did add that micro baby hair, and I do love the way it came out. We went ahead and did the melt belt, which went ahead and just again pressed and married and sealed everything to perfection. And then we also did go ahead and straighten everything out. So we are here, and she is tea. She is hot. She is off the press. Absolutely gorgeous. Literally the perfect length. 10 out of 10. No complaints. But I do want to go ahead and tint the lace. So I'm going to take shade 16 in my, I was going to say my contour palette. Well, it is a contour palette, right? This is my lace tint palette. So I'm going to take shade 16 and I'm going to use it in the parting like so. And then I'm also going to use it along the hairline. And that looks tea. Very melted, very blended. You can even go as far as to take your rag and just press everything in. And literally, she is perfect. The absolute perfect low maintenance wig. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's another look at the hairline. Super flat and laid. If you don't like the micro baby hair that I included, just to kind of give you a little camo, be sure to just skip that step or switch it up to the type of baby hair that you like. And it even gives the frontal bob have since the lace is super tea. Okay, so I did this really cute half up, half down, and apparently you guys didn't see it because I wasn't recording. So let me take it down. Super simple and easy. Now what I will say is I'm using a regular ouchless scrunchie. If you use a little tiny rubber band, I think that looks even better, but I just don't have one on hand. This is what the wig will look like when you take it down. You may have to kind of like redo your parting as far as like flattening it out, but for me, I just would like forget about the parting at that point until I am ready to restyle. And of course, a rat tail comb is always going to be your best friend in these situations. So super simple, easy like that. Now I'm just going to take my hands and just put the hair up, and to me this feels like a cheerleader type of ponytail or style. You don't have to worry about a parting, you know, just keep it simple and easy. I always think about how much we put into our hair, time and effort, and sometimes you just don't have the time. And just like that, you have a cute little hairstyle. The wig is still intact. It's still flat and glueless. The hairline is absolutely flawless. And you just have a fun way to switch it up so you're not just wearing the same style every single day. I do feel like whenever you wear a bob, it tends to feel like you are. So this is just an easy way to break it up. You need a small mirror. You can do this in your car with a visor. And you are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Be sure to check this one out. Of course, there's a direct link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches!